Hello, welcome to another episode of Drinking with Galactus. My name is Norin Rad.
And I am Galactus. If I could do it like that, I am Galactus. It looks bigger, but it's really small.
That's what she said. Okay, let's get to this beer. I'm fucking thirsty. How day at work?
Okay.
This is one that I gave you. This I don't know anything about this beer or anything. This is a local liquor store I go to. This is Nashville Brewing Company. This is their 1897 Pilsner. 5% alcohol by volume, blah, blah, blah. I just need to drink it, man. I just
1897.
had one of those
Interesting.
days where I just want to beat people with a fucking cudgel. To beating people with cudgels.
Or cudgel people with beats.
Yes. Oh man.
Ooh. Is it?
So I am pouring this shit, dude. It's so rare to have a bottled beer now. Oh. And you know the funny thing is, anything I watch where people are drinking beer, it's always in bottles, and it always makes me want to drink bottled beer. You just can't find it unless you drink like macro brews.
Yeah, they're. I didn't even realize. Yeah, they kind of switched to cans, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm
What do you
okay with
think of
that.
it?
Kind of tastes like a really good old style almost. Like, I guess
Maybe.
that's the Pilsner.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
been so long since I've drank old style, like literally
yeah,
not since I was
like
like 15. So I can't really comment on what it, but I know it's disgusting.
like yeah, it's
But this
not
is
like
not.
no. It is very much like the beer you would give to your dad if
Yeah,
he had it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Oh, here, try this microbrew. It's like the gateway drug. Like, oh, this tastes like the normal swill I drink, but better.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And you know that's the thing. Like that's no disrespect. Like I think this is a good beer, and their Nashville Brewing Company is obviously doing a good job.
Yeah.
And pilsners and lagers, pilsners more so for me, at least in my perception of beer, as I aged and got into beer.
Hmm.
There was a long time where if it said Pilsner, I'm like, that's shit beer. And then
Yeah.
uh, I want to say, oh God, I can't remember the name of the beer. There's a Czech Pilsner that my former boss gave me a bottle of, and he's like, no, this Pilsners are good, just macro American Pilsners are not. And I was like, oh, that's really good. And there was Pilsner Urquell was around for a while, but that to me
Hmm.
always tasted like a glass of salt. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not hating on this, but it's definitely I think I prefer the sour we had last week a little bit more.
I could see that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been really hot.
It's
This is hot weather
yeah.
beer. You could
Yeah.
suck this down, no problem.
Yeah, this is like man, it tastes like it tastes like it smells like which smells like my childhood's dad's drinking problem. He's never watching this.
That's fucking amazing. I mean, I'm sorry not to laugh at your
He's
trauma,
never
but like
watching this. Yeah.
that
Uh
description was fucking amazing.
and if he is watching this, you should like and subscribe like a good father should.
I gotta tell you something. So, for reasons I cannot understand, I walked away from the show Doom Patrol like 2 years ago, and not I didn't
Okay.
like fuck this show. I just got to like the second last episode of the second season, and
Hmm.
I don't know why I didn't. That was it, right? So I've been rewatching the second season like feverishly, and I remember I'm like, how I love this show so much. And you know what the number one thing is about that show that I love, dude? It's Robot Man is just you. He
Yeah.
just reminds me of you so much. He talks like you. He thinks like you. He swears more like
I
me.
I want more of his shirts. Like, oh, thank you. I feel like I'm justified because yeah, beating up Nazis to Nazi pucks fuck off is like if I was a robot man, that's the fuck I would do that,
Yeah.
man.
How about it? It's so good. It's just so fucking good though. I can't wait to finish it. And then it's I think it's the best superhero adaptation ever by like a million.
Yeah, it is. I had this conversation with someone the other day. They were like, should I watch Doom Patrol? It doesn't really matter with what's going on now. I was like, no, just watch it. It's still good. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
better
exception
that
to the
it doesn't have
rule.
anything
Yeah,
to do with what's going on, you know?
yeah. Its own little thing kind of worked very well. I mean, and it still could like easily James Gunn could easily take that show and be like, oh yeah, that's canon
Yeah.
because it works. It doesn't have to. The way they have that set up is it's not everything set in stone. So yeah, you could easily just say like this is canon, like Suicide Squad's now canon, or Peace. They're just going to keep the good stuff and throw away the bad stuff, which is good.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And personally, I would love to see Robot Man come back. It
Oh,
would be great to
so
see
good.
that those characters come back.
So
Yeah.
good. It's literally just like watching you. It just makes me so unbelievably happy. You, but angrier, you know? But yeah,
Hmm.
I really enjoy it.
I
Ah,
wish I had a Dead Kennedy shirt on.
I was just listening to Lard in the car, which is Biafra basically
Oh
fronting
yeah,
for Ministry. Great,
yeah, I
great
remember
stuff.
that album. Yeah, Fork.
Albums.
Was it Fork? No,
Fork Boy, but that's
Fork Boy.
I
Yeah.
was listening to that album, Last Temptation of Reed, and but my favorite is Pure Chewing Satisfaction from a couple years later.
I think I only had the one with the leech on the cover.
That was the debut EP.
Okay, that's the only thing I ever really listened to and had.
What do you got? What are we talking about first?
Oh, let's dive into because it's on top of this pile here. Catacomb of
Oh,
Torment.
so there's a new number one from the resurrected EC Comics, which is Oni Press is doing, and I'll just say again, as I'm going to say every episode, Oni Press owns 2025.
Yeah,
It's a horror anthology that pretty much picks up where Epitaphs from the Abyss left off. They rotate from the Gravedigger, which was their kind of like Crypt Keeper character, to the Tormentor.
like he was in one. He's in one of
He's
the
in
stories.
this.
Like someone like forgot those different person in it.
Yeah, yeah. No, he's still around.
Well, yeah.
But what did you think of this?
So first of all, I like that they're doing these EC type books again. Um, it's kind of fun that they're not even doing like Tombs of Terror or Tales from the Crypt. Obviously, they made new names because that stuff's
Hmm.
done. But I'm not a horror fan, and this kind of emphasizes why I don't like horror.
Okay. I thought it might appeal
Um,
to you because it's kind of funny. So, like some of it, the social commentary, I
well,
thought was pretty funny.
the um, I kind of hate, not hate. I just don't. I get turned off by like, oh, let's go kill a liberal because liberals are fucking idiots, and then it goes to the next one. Let's go kill a rich conservative because rich conservatives are idiots, and it told in 4 pages, like they kind of just go on a super hard negative so you know who that person is. Um, I mean, like I had no love for any of the characters that died, so it's not like I care. But
Right.
like it's just so like so the first one's the stand-up comedian, and
Yeah.
they like
Yes. Yes. Who
yeah
goes
he's
to the college and they're like, take your hate speech elsewhere. It's like,
yeah
what?
doing some like chink jokes or something like it's bad. And then like the guy in the meat is murder shirt, also bad. Like they're
Well,
just like,
it's
hey, you can't say voodoo. That's like Hollywood stereotype. But then they go to his hotel room, which is just so like weird to me. Like you confront him in his hotel room, like you were so offended that you had to go and tell him in person. Um, And then there's a twist ending, and I was like, so that one was really hard to read.
Okay.
Uh, um, the that and then like when I was like, oh, so this is just gonna be like, liberal bashing, I literally just like get thought that I was like,
I
oh my
don't
god, I
think
don't know
it's
if I
liberal
can read this.
bashing. I
Well,
think
to be
it's
fair,
pointing out the extreme
it is the
end of
extreme,
things.
which is
You know what
what
I
I
mean?
dislike about it. But it's very gratifying for the conservative types out there who, hate liberals, which is fine. Cater
Oh,
to them.
I don't think that's what it's trying to do at all. I don't think it's appealing to them at all. But
I
continue.
kind of got that vibe it does. But then you get to the next one where it's like, well, let's make that up to the liberals and make one pro-conservative
Well,
or
it's not that they're
anti-conservative.
conservatives. It's not that they're
Yeah.
conservatives.
No,
They're
no,
rich.
no. The rich assholes, which
So that's not necessary. So you're broad stroking and you're getting in a little bit of trouble there because just because they're rich doesn't mean that they're just rich assholes.
well, I mean, they were very much. I think that's what conservatives basically are. This is
No,
what they
oh
defend.
God, dude, are you fucking kidding? Look at January 6th. You think those people were rich? That's one of the biggest what the fuck about the whole thing is like, yeah, anyway.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that you know what I mean.
I know more poor people that are fucking conservative.
Oh well,
Believe
as
me.
they are, I know they are too. I don't get why, but whatever. I'm sure someone will comment like, "Oh well, blah 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 blah." Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's fine.
whatever. You're abortion.
I mean, this was just nice. I love seeing rich entitled douchebags get it, and
Yeah,
it
it's
was
it's
fun.
it's it's the same thing. Like I don't get off. I don't, and I'm not saying you get off on it. I just don't. For me personally, watching people suffer is not my idea of fun.
Okay.
Whether you're a rich ass fucking kid or some drunk ass bitch that gets puked on by acid, which hey, great artwork there by the way.
Yeah, I would like
Yeah,
to real quick say that the stories are the first one is John Arcudi with artist Patrick Pizzolungo,
great
colors
job.
Alessandro Santoro. The one we're talking about now, Quintana Roo, that's Marguerite Bennett, Dan McQuaid, and I'm sorry, Dan McDade and Michelle Madsen. And then the one we're about to talk about, which was my favorite, Garden Variety, which is Matt Kind and David Lapham, with colorist Nick Filardi. And I just fucking love David Lapham. Art,
Oh,
writing, whatever. I love
it
everything he
was
does.
so this one was okay. I just didn't get it at the end. It took me like a couple reads to figure out like, wait a minute, why did they all go crazy at the end?
It's a little bit of a sharp turn, but I mean, like you said, you got a couple pages to tell your story, right?
Well, yeah, there's that, and yeah, there's a couple pages, and like I had to reread. It's the very last line that explains the whole thing. The last panel didn't pay off too well to me.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
Artwork's pretty. I don't understand why the Gravedigger guy's in this issue when it's all about this one-eyed crazy tormentor chick.
There's like a back and forth going on where they like buried him alive at the end of Epitaph. It's a weird setup. So there's, they're like your wraparound, but they're really more like hosts. So they don't have a story per
Yes,
se, but there's been this story running through all of Epitaphs that culminates
like the
with
Crypt Keeper
Tormentor.
and the Witch, and yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
get that. I get
Tormentor
it's like an EC thing. Yeah.
yeah, Tormentor and the other one bury him to get rid of him, and so now this starts. But and it was cool to see then at the end too. They actually reprint an old EC comic from 1952,
Yeah.
originally published in Shock Suspense Stories #2, written by William M. Gaines, Al Feldstein, and art by Graham Ingalls, color restoration by Michael Attea. And Richard Starkings, wonderful human being, great letterer, kind of, owns that occupation in comics. He's on everything.
I liked how it like took me like 3 minutes to read the first three stories, and then it took me 3 minutes to read the first page of the last story.
Yeah, yep, you're right. You are
It's
correct,
like
sir.
you're like going from like 60 to zero really quickly when you get to that last story.
Yeah, how about it?
And it's like, the lot of words explaining what's going on in there, which is how they did it back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, um, yeah, like I felt more closer to these characters and these poor kids and this teacher because I actually got to know the teacher a little bit more than any of the other characters in the thing. It just
Right.
felt so like, like I'm a chef. I make this food with mushrooms. It's like, okay, why do you like, what's your motivation other than, you're a weird dude that likes to make mushrooms off of dead people. Or, the rich kids that are drunk, or, like very little things. I guess I got to know the liberals more because they were so stereotypical, like you just knew who they were.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that it seems to me like that spins right out of that story from like, I don't know, 10 or more years ago about, I forget what college it was in California. Like Jerry Seinfeld was going to do like a college tour. They like wrote to him and were like, keep your hate speech away from our college. It's like Jerry
Yeah,
Seinfeld. Like, if we, okay, that was when I was like, things may have gotten out of hand.
I agree. I'm not arguing that there's not people like this that are annoying as shit. It's just I don't need to see them get murdered because I
Fair.
don't really care. But
Okay,
yeah,
fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah. Along with like it gets to to me it's like it's revenge fantasy, and I try not to get like she's wearing an Eat the Vegan shirt.
I like the shirt that says God is woke.
Yeah,
Okay, moving along. What do we got
yeah.
next?
Oh, we're doing crypto.
Yeah, crypto number two.
So you liked it?
Yeah, I did. I did quite a bit. Very good emotional range. It is this how Lex Luthor talks?
Kind of.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I
in
I
some
have had no
things.
experience with the character since Gene Hackman played him in whatever. I mean, I saw that Batman Superman movie, but I couldn't
Yeah,
tell you the first thing about it.
he's kind of arrogant. I remember reading some of his origin. His origin has changed over the years, but like the fact that he grew up with those poor people, and actually killed them for the insurance money was an actual beat that he did in the
So
thing.
I
I
mean,
don't
more
know
like
if we're
he talks like a computer.
kind of, yeah. He's just
Like I didn't remember ever seeing that personification before, but again, lack of experience. So I was just curious if that's like a canon thing or if this is kind of a different take.
I feel like it might just be a take on him being like showing him that he's kind of Dexterish, I guess you can say, because he kind of
Yeah.
talks
Okay.
like a computer too. Yeah. But for those of you who didn't know, Lex Luthor adopts a crypto dog at
Yeah.
the
So at
end
the
of
end
the
of
last
one, crypto
issue.
ends up on Earth and Lex finds him, which was that was the thing when we reviewed the first issue. I mentioned when I got to that final page and Lex was the one I found. I was like, small world, huh?
Yeah. But I like that there's a warning that there's some dog abuse going on in this. Not that like crypto's getting super dog abused or anything like that, but he's not treated very well.
No, he's not, and it
And
makes you sad.
yeah, and as it should. I mean, it's a comic book about, this dog's journey, and it's has ups and it has a lot of downs apparently. But I like that there's like this warning there that's like it's because something I never would have thought about, and I never realized after like I've been watching a lot of like reviews on Superman and stuff like that, and quite a few of them were like, "Thank you for not showing Crypto get hit." And I didn't even think about that. Like that would be like a jarring thing to see a dog get hit. And they were very much like, because there's a point in the movie where like Crypto gets taken down and Lex Luthor kidnaps him. They don't show like Crypto getting hit, like punched or anything like that. It just kind of happens slightly off screen.
Mhm.
And I guess there was like, when they viewed the movie to test screened it, every single one of them was like, you need to take that scene out. That's just bad. I was like thinking about that, like, literally the same day when I read this book and I saw that thing. It's like, oh wow, this is like a thing I never even thought about. Like, don't show dog. And in all reality, I don't want to see someone hit a dog as a dog owner myself.
No,
That's
I wouldn't
something I
want
don't
that
want to see.
either.
Yeah, um, cat or dog. It's why I don't read um,
Stray
strays.
dogs?
Is it stray
Stray
dogs?
dogs? I don't think you'd have a problem with stray dogs.
Yeah, it's not. There was another one that did that though. Like it kind of got a little gruesome towards the pups, and I remember like I couldn't read it.
I think there is
Um,
actually a point where the guy kills one of the dogs, maybe shoots it or
yes,
something, but I don't feel like they show it. It's just like
I
you
think it's
see him
off
pick up the gun.
screen, but the fact
Yeah,
that it was implied kind of bugged me, so I
yeah,
couldn't
I
read
could
it
see that.
anymore. Yeah. Um, I'm sure it's a good book. It looks cute. But yeah, it was just a little too dark, and I get it now. Like it's not. It's one of those things. Like I'm glad to see there's kind of like a uh, people are aware of that and they don't like it, and the people that are making this stuff are not showing it,
Yeah,
which is good.
I think
Yeah,
that's good. Although there's a warning on this book, and like I don't feel like he puts him in a cage. I don't feel like there's any
he
actual
does get
abuse.
smacked on the second page.
Okay,
Like if you
okay.
turn the page, he gets smacked a little bit there. He does smack the dog around a little bit. You see him raise his hand, and then you see him kind of give love because he thinks that's how he's got to raise a dog,
Yeah,
like
right,
being
right.
mean to
He's
it.
he's training him that way.
Yeah. Um, which I like. He comments like, "Oh, other people said you shouldn't train dogs like that, but I do." um, clearly, Crypto doesn't have his superpowers yet.
Right.
Uh, but like, he kind of foiled Lex Luthor's plan of like killing his parents or his uncle
Yeah.
when the people came in the came's like, oh no, we gotta go save your uncle and because we heard this dog bark.
Uh, I liked it. I liked the end of it too. I liked that he got away and he was kind of all, like that sad thing where he's like all alone, like out in the,
Yeah,
looking at the moon from the wilderness or whatever. It's
it's
a good book.
snowing.
It's got a lot of heart.
Yeah, I can't wait to see where it goes next. Um, our work is still amazing. I kind of like the first one a little more than this one,
Hmm.
but just because it felt more Kryptonian.
Okay.
Yeah, like because you got a little bit more of what was going on with Superman's parents, where this is just straight up him and Lex hanging in a shanty town, clearly in the 50s. So
Yeah,
also very interesting. But yeah, I liked it. I'm glad you liked it. I look
I
forward to
did.
doing more about it. Um,
How long is this series running? Do you know?
six, six
Okay.
issues. Yeah, it's short. Summer crypto.
Summer of Crypto.
Crypto.
So I picked up Death of Silver Surfer last month, right? Number one. No
Okay.
idea why. Well, and actually, I know why. Because I really liked Imperial so much that it pushed me into like I'm like, oh, a cosmic Marvel book. I bought that. I rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy number one. I don't think I'll ever see two or three because I just don't like them. Um, I mean,
Yeah, I
there's things
watched the
about
Christmas
them.
special.
There's things about it I like, but I don't know. But anyway, so I know that's what got me to buy number one, and I wasn't blown away by number one. But then, and literally, I remember thinking as I finished the last page the first time reading it, I was like, yeah, and I hate having number ones and not having like anything after that. But I was like, yeah, I'm not going to
Hmm.
read this. And I flip, I see the cover at number two, and I'm like, oh, I'm buying number two. So I'm reading the fucking series because if I buy two, I'm gonna, as long as it's not ongoing, it's probably six issues, so I'll read it. But one of the fucking awesomest covers like all year for Marvel, so fucking
Which
good.
cover is that?
I'll put it up right here, but it's that like giant skull Galactus with the surfer in
Oh,
front
okay.
of it.
I did see that. Yeah.
I should actually have it in front of me, but I don't.
I want to make sure we're talking
So
about the same one because there's so many variants.
so this is this is the thing I want to talk about is this is a fairly new thing for me. I do buy books based on covers, and I never ever did that ever. But like when a couple years ago when they launched that Benjamin Piercy Ghost Rider. Uh,
Hmm.
I bought a couple copies of number one because the covers were so fucking cool. I
Oh
never did
yeah.
that before. I never did that before. There's been a couple other, couple other books like that. Uh, but I don't know. Like it's interesting, and especially for somebody I have spatial constraints. Like I know I'm gonna have to buy another short box. I don't want to. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I like weeded out that I'm gonna get rid of at some point. But I don't know. What do you feel about buying books for covers? I mean, you don't buy floppies, but like you are in a store, you work at a comic shop. So you see, like when I go to your comic shop, there's a fucking short box without a lid right on the thing up front by the register where you check out. And it
Yeah.
has this week's variants. And a lot of that stuff is like those, like, I don't know,
1 in 25,
yeah, and they
one
cost
in
more than the cover
50.
price, right?
Yeah, so their market price, their incentive variants. We had to order 25 copies or 50 copies to get one of those variants. Um, Kind of like, hey, buy more.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
buy
absolutely.
in hopes to, it's like, hey, instead of buying 20, buy five more, and you might get this cool cover. And you
Is
could
it
sell
just you
for
might get it or you
10
will get
bucks.
it?
Oh, you will get it in
Okay.
theory. I mean, there's always something happening, but yeah, you get it, and then it's, usually you could sell it for a higher price, but the price is, like 10 to 15 bucks for 125. Every once in a while there'll be like a hit that'll sell for more, like just some like really good artist or something that will take off. That's like, ooh, everyone likes this one for some weird reason. Um, I think the last one I had of that was there's a Birds of Prey. I think it's 23, 1 in 25, and it was one of those like paper doll covers.
Hmm.
But it had, and my theory is because it had Batgirl kind of in her underwear on the cover. It was like a one piece Batgirl thing, but I think I sold it for like 60 bucks. Like, because I
Wow.
don't know what it's going for now, because not a lot of people got that one. So it goes for money. So sometimes they're hits, a lot of times they're not. Um, this is kind of what I do. Like I'm on the market of this stuff. Once it's gone, I don't pay attention anymore. But
Yeah, right, right.
it's what I do for the stores. Like I'm kind of in charge of the variants, so I have to like sell them in the store on eBay. So I kind of am aware of the market a little bit.
Well, like, do those like I never pay more. Like I wouldn't buy a variant that costs more than cover price, right?
Yeah,
But
I get it.
would like do those tend to sell? And also like with all these Marvel books that have like fucking A through Z or A through double Z covers, like is there a large portion of clientele that buys multiple covers for books?
So to be fair, this will make sense when I get done with it. Marvel and DC do a lot of variants, but not on the level like Dynamite does. Dynamite literally does have A through double Z. Like if you pick up a Dynamite book, like say like because they're doing a lot of these like Herculoids, Space Ghost. Dynamite's kind of getting more into like retro TV shows. They got like Gargoyles. What was another one? I think they just started doing Captain Planet. There's 100 variants for issue one, and they're
What?
like, I'm not kidding.
But are
Like
people reading this book?
they're reading the book and they get like one variant that they like, and they're so flooded in variants they don't go for a lot of money, but it is like, and they're weird because it's like technically there is five variants. Let's say there's five covers for Herculoids number one. Josh Lisner did one. Jay Lee did one. Everyone's new favorite artist, Mark Spears, did a cover. Two other people did cover, like the artist for the book or something like that. I don't know for sure because I'm not that deep into it, but that's just an example, right? Um, so out of like say that like Josh Lisner one, there'll be the regular cover, a virgin cover, a black and white cover of that same picture in black and white with Virgin, both those in foil, both the Virgins in foil, um, a sketch version of that, and then with like say like Mark Spears, what they've been doing lately is like, so he does a picture of like say one of the main characters. So they did all that plus a purple version, also available in variants in foil, color, and virgin foil and cover, regular cover, blue version, green version, and like multiple color versions. And when you start doing the math, that's like 25 Mark Spears covers of the exact same picture in
Now,
different formats.
are these?
Where DC and Marvel, to their credit, they just do like an A cover, a B cover, maybe a C cover if there's like a theme, a 1 in 25, 1 in 50, and a 1 in 100, which is usually just a virgin cover of the more hotter of the three covers.
Well, I know for some books, Marvel. I don't remember what it was, but something recently, and I want to say I'm sure Spider-Man, right? Like big Spider-Man issues.
Sure.
There's more than that. There's
Yes,
a
for
lot
like
more because
if they're doing
I've
a
seen
number
like
one,
BZ as so you go through the alphabet once and then you go through it again A B A C so I mean
next time you're in your shop, pick up a Dynamite book. Go to the last page. They list all the variant covers on there, and you'll
I,
see what I'm talking about. It's
it's funny
crazy.
when you said Dynamite because I immediately was like, what the fuck do they even publish? Like I'm not aware, and I look at like League of Geek, and now my shop has a new system, and it's like Shopify. It's real nice. You go on their website, you can like subscribe to this, subscribe to cover A, subscribe to cover B, whatever, blah blah blah. I couldn't tell you the last time I noticed, and I look at everything, right? Like I
Yeah,
look of just to
they might not
see.
order all of them because you don't order all of them.
No, but I
But
mean, I'm saying like on like League of Geek, League of Comic Book
yeah,
Geeks. Like I look at everything coming out every week, just because
yeah,
sometimes stuff that I want will populate lower in the list. So I scroll through all the covers. So I see everything from every company. And I never ever know. Like I couldn't even tell you the last time I was aware Dynamite existed. No offense to Dynamite. But that's why, because if they're doing that stuff, I couldn't give a fuck. So
yeah.
I think don't they
I
also
don't.
do like Red Sonja and fucking Vampira and all the TNA books?
Vampirella, Red Sonja, um, technically the boys back in the day.
Well, yeah, that was the
Um,
last book, I think. Probably
yeah,
not the last, but that was one of the last books.
Elvira they do because there's a big Elvira meets Harley Quinn crossover coming up. It sounds kind of fun. Can't wait to see how many covers that has. Um, but yeah, they've been kind of shifting to this like retro cartoon thing. So they did Thundercats, they do Silverhawks,
Oh, they do
Herculoid,
Thundercats.
Space
Okay, I know
Ghost,
that's a big one.
um, Space Ghost, Giant Quest, kind of like these Hanna-Barbera filmation cartoons. They were doing um, they were kid friendly, but not like Lilo and Stitch, like Disney comics for a while. They stopped doing that. I don't think they're doing it anymore. But they did the Disney villain comics. So
Hmm.
I mean, they got an impressive catalog of comics they're doing, and I understand why. You paid the guy for the one cover and you split it up 10 times, you make 10 times more
But you also have to
money
print all that.
potentially.
You have to print all
Yeah,
that. I mean, if you don't have if you're not selling the numbers
but
on
if
all
they
that,
sell, that
but
there's people out there who there are two customers I have at the store who was at one point in time, this one customer was buying every Disney comic, every cover. So there are people out there that will buy all, covers. They toned it down a lot, but for like at least on the Disney ones, they bought every cover. And then, eventually they realized, wow, I just spent $300 on one issue.
oh
Like
man, oh
it took
wow,
them a couple of months, maybe a year, but before they realized, like, yeah, I got to tone this down, and I'm gonna pick
right, yeah, yeah,
one of each cover and not get the black and white one, not get the foil one, not get the virgin one.
right.
But they were doing that, and there's people out there that are that obsessive. They'll get, and some of their covers are good covers. I mean,
Oh
they're
yeah,
not
I mean,
bad looking.
I'm not. I don't want to sound like I'm throwing shade at all. Like, I mean, whatever floats your boat. It's a new experience to me to buy a book. I think there was one. I remember I was still in California, and at the Comic Bug, I saw it was. So this is like 4 years ago, let's say.
Mhm.
It was a Strange Academy book. I didn't even read it because I don't know. I know what the book is, but I have no
Yeah.
context. The cover was fucking amazing. I'll try to find it and put it in right here. I don't even know the issue number off the top of my head, and I didn't plan to even bring it up. So, but that might have been the first time. I mean, there are other, as a kid in a comic store in the '80s, it's like covers definitely, probably got me to well, Nick Fury versus Shield, the book we're gonna do coming up. I
Oh
would
yeah.
wager a residual interest in just the Marvel universe in general. I think that came out in like '87, so I
Hmm.
would have been like around 11. But the covers definitely. I think it's number four's cover. Like I remember looking at it and going, "Holy shit!" And like that probably got me to buy that comic. So I'm not saying it's never happened before, but as you know, I mean, the last 30 years, 20
We
years, it's
grew
like,
up in the foil cover era
oh,
too, where
dude,
like,
and
but
remember, like,
you didn't have choices back then too. You
no,
had to
you
buy the
didn't. But
foil
dude, this shit's
cover or the
so
non-foil
dumb.
cover.
Like
I
when they,
liked it
oh, it's
on
so dumb.
some of them, like, and it's kind of coming back because they're still
I,
making foil covers
dude,
again,
they brought
and they're
that
ten
shit back.
bucks.
They brought that
Yeah,
shit back. That Batman series. I think Snyder wrote it where it was like when the Joker got his face cut off. I don't remember what the
yeah.
fucking name of it was, but the
Oh, and the
fucking it was.
die cut cover. Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw that. I was like, "Fuck you!" I bought it, and I think I might have sold it on eBay because I was like, "Somebody's gonna pay $20 for this and whatever." But dude, it just
Well, it's nice now that you have a choice. So like, I
yeah, that's
have
true.
the Ghost Rider foil cover over there. For number one, I think it's number one. I don't remember what it is. I just thought it looked cool, so I bought it. It's $10. I displayed it. That's why I bought it.
Hmm.
There's been a handful of like these foil covers that are like, when you draw the foil cover and it enhances the cover,
Yeah,
like, or glow in the dark too. Like for example, like the Ghost Rider cover that
yeah,
glows in
that's
the
a cool
dark.
cover.
Or you would like take I think there was like a couple of covers in the 90s. I want to say it was Spectre, where it was like one picture, then you turn off the light and the glow in the dark a different picture.
Oh, cool.
Also
Okay.
kind of fun. Um, or like the foil Venom cover where it looked kind of like it was red foil, but it was the optics of some villain, like he was looking at him through like a scope. Those are fun covers when it's like done like that. And then there's like foil covers. It's like you just took. I think like the one I saw recently that I really liked. I didn't buy it because I don't care that much. But it was like an Emma Frost one, and she had like she was in foil because she's kind of like got diamond skin.
Yeah, she's got her secondary mutation, and she's a
Yeah.
diamond or whatever.
Um. So that worked too on that. It's when you can make it work and it'd be fun. I'm all for it. But when it's just like a normal cover and it's just in foil, it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I remember in the '90s they would have the ones where it was a normal cover and then there was like a square in it that was like something foil. Like I think there was a Robin one like that. I know there were X-Men ones like that.
There was the Robin one. The Robin was
Oh, it was a
like the
card.
Joker too, and yeah, he played the thing I liked about that one was like it was a card and the character held the card. Like I think Joker was holding the card, or there was one that I really liked. You'll have to look it up and post it. It's like I think it's issue 4. But they did something dumb with that. I think it was like issue 1 had one cover, issue 2 had two variant covers, issue 3 had three variant covers, issue
Hmm.
4 had four variant covers. I don't remember. I think it was something too many in that one. But there was a great one where it was like Joker was in a room, like a storefront that sold mirrors, and everything was a reflection. One of the reflections was the Joker card,
Oh,
the
okay, okay.
holographic Joker. that one I liked a lot. Like it popped. It worked with the picture because they worked it into the artwork.
Right, right.
The X-Men ones was the holographs were just there. It was like uniformed. Like here's the picture, and then here's a hologram that doesn't tie
Yeah.
into the picture at all, and a bar telling you like what was it, Phalanx Saga or whatever it was.
Phalanx Covenant. Oh God.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I because I didn't read it, but and
You'd be better
that was
off.
the one where it was like Wolverine got his animanium ripped out was one of those foil
I
covers,
think
wasn't
that's
it?
Wolverine 75. Yeah, that's got a foil cover.
To be fair, like they did the back then, they kind of gave you choice because there was a newsstand version. It didn't have all the fancy stuff, but the fancy stuff was fun. And
Sometimes
now,
but a lot of
and
it's
now
just so gimmicky. You know what I mean?
it
It's
is
like
gimmicky, but
I think
gimmicky can be fun.
that's my thing though. I think one of the reasons why I recoil at it, because you bring up some good points, right? If it works with the art, then okay, it can be kind of cool. I think the reason why, in general, I recoil at the concept is because in the '90s there was it just became like shit fucking stories and
Yeah,
ridiculous artwork and these insane covers, and it's like that was comic, that was like Marvel Comics for a while. It's just like a kid, oh, it's unreadable. Yeah, but look at the cover. It's like, okay, maybe you should like take the budget you have for covers, right, and move it into your writing bullpen, and then maybe we can talk about doing some fancy covers. I don't
oh, and there
know.
was a ton of Image ones that were
Oh,
bad too. Like, remember Silverhawk? Was it
yeah,
Silver? No, not Silverhawk.
it's
What the fuck was his
Shadowhawk,
name? Shadowhawk. Yeah, they had like
Purple
34 of
Wolverine,
them. Purple Wolverine.
Purple Wolverine. He's fucking Wolverine. I mean, except he rips people's spines. I never read an issue of that. That was
Okay.
whack.
Image got really bad with it.
Well, Image wasn't. It was such a weird mind fuck for me in like 2011 or 2012 when I realized that like Image Comics had become like a bastion of great comics because I had turned my back on them in the 90s and that was it. Like I never went back, like there were exceptions, but for the most part I just regarded them as like, yeah, I mean when your major books are Spawn and fucking Youngblood and Wildcats and all this other, I mean, great.
There was
I'm glad that those guys did all that and whatnot, but like
90s Image is so weird compared to post 90s Image.
yeah,
You know,
because they
like
actually like they're
well,
they're a
creator
great
owned
company.
became more like people realized like they don't need to make shitty
Yeah.
superheroes when they're not going to make a movie out of shitty superheroes. They're going to make a
Yeah.
movie out of Walking Dead. They're going to make a movie out of Something's Killing the Children, which isn't Image, but you know what I mean. There's that whole. Oh no, I spilt my Pilsner.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap, but before we wrap, I want to do an Energon second. I had this brainstorm the other night. I know who Zartan is.
Okay.
It's so
Uh,
fucking obvious. It's not even funny, dude.
is it Risk?
Nope.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Baroness.
You think it's Baroness?
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I don't think it's Baroness.
I think it's Baroness.
Okay. At first,
So
I
we'll
thought it was
see.
Cover Girl, and then I realized that at the end, she's like, "No, that's Cover Girl," because she's saying things that's clearly conversations they had before.
I think it's
I
been
do.
Baroness the whole time. The whole
I
fucking time. We have not actually seen Baroness. I think it's all been
Zartan's
Zartan.
that good? Interesting.
Yeah. Hey, Zartan, nice tits. I don't know. I just have this feeling it would just make the most sense. So now I'm going to approach all reading of Baroness thinking it's Zartan. So we'll see.
Interesting. Now, to cover like the little bit of the Zartan thing, yeah, I don't think that's her parents there. Do you?
I have
Ever
no idea. I
she's
don't.
like, God, see, those are my parents over there. I like to come and watch them or something like that. You gotta go save my parents. I kind of got the vibe that wasn't really her parents.
That could very well be.
Yeah.
I think the last issue of 9, I think, was my favorite issue of the whole series, which surprised the hell out of me because it was mostly Baroness and CoverGirl, a storyline I couldn't have given a shit about last month. And I don't even know what it was. I'd have to reread it now, but I just know I closed that book and I was like, that might have been the best issue so far of this GI Joe, just the not of the miniseries, just of
Yeah.
the the core book that launched last December or whenever it was. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe I'm just shirking off my, curmudgeonness.
You're feeling the Joe power, the power of Joe power.
That's fucking outstanding.
Joe power.
Okay, so that's Drinking with Comics, not Joe Power.
Did you? So I'm gonna be very disappointed if you didn't throw in the Zartan riff too.
No, I will. I'll throw it in. I'll throw it
Okay,
in.
it's like Energon Minute, then Zartan.
Yeah, there'll be something special.
Okay.
So that's Drinking with Comics. We'll be back next week, maybe with a review of a new movie coming out. Maybe.
Oh, is it Smurfs?
It is. Well, right color, wrong franchise. But until then, I'm Norrin Rad.
Shit. I don't know any good X-Men character.
Hi, I'm Shawn. Join me and my friends every week for the Horror Vision, where we talk about horror movies.